What's up, guys? As most of you know, GM decided to refresh the 2026 Corvette interior, and most people are excited about it. Some people are like, man, I feel bad for all the people who bought before this. Really? I may have bought at the right time, just based off of some of the trends I'm seeing in the market. With that being said, let's go take a quick peek at my old interior, because I want to show you guys what everybody's been complaining about. Without question, this is the absolute best interior we've ever seen on a Corvette. Nothing really comes close. We can even argue that this might even be the best interior in the sports car world. I've sat in Lamborghini Huracans in the past, 458s. I haven't sat in the newer Ferraris, but McLaren's at the bottom of the totem pole. I had one for a month. Interior sucked, hated it. But this is one of the best interiors we've ever seen in any Corvette. Mic drop. And they're refreshing it. Now, there's a reason why. There's a lot of people who complain, and let's talk about those people who complain. I'm going to raise my hand real quickly. I was one of those people who complained when I first saw the interior. You know why? Because I never owned the car. All I saw from pictures were these buttons here. Like, man, what is that? They call this the wall of buttons. And people were complaining that the passenger couldn't have access to this wall of buttons. People didn't like the way it looked. They thought it took away from the interior. And I will admit, before I actually owned a Corvette, I didn't like this either. Now that I own a Corvette, and now that I've seen the new interior, I love the wall of buttons. You know why? Because now that I've owned the car, I know exactly where everything is. This is going to control where your airflow is. Fan speed's here. Your heated and ventilated seat buttons there. You can sync it all together. You have all your defrost down below. I mean, this is easy actually. This is your temperature control for the passenger side. This makes total sense. So this was one of the complaints. The other complaint is right here. See right there? Your wireless charger for your phone. A lot of people hate it where GM put that on this interior. Now, I will admit, is a strange area for a phone charger, but is it? I mean, after all, this car does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so there's really no need for you to have access to your phone. And it's kind of a safety thing, because if you ever get in an accident, they can never say you had your phone out when it's back here. Just saying. And let's just take a quick peek. If I were a passenger in this car, let's see, maybe, just maybe, I can't see the wall of buttons here. On this side, I'm gonna put it down low. You can pretty much see those buttons low. No one's this short. I mean, most people's head's right here, right? You can see those buttons easily on this side. But like I said, most people complaining are people who don't own the car, but yet GM did do a refresh, and I'm super happy that I got my car. Not because I don't like the interior, but because you'll see. Let's hop online really quickly. I want to show you the new interior, give you my impressions just really quickly, and I'm going to show you the best interior I've ever seen in my life in a sports car. Absolute best. And in the comment section, I want you to let me know what your favorite sports car interior is. Okay, let's go. Down below is the introduction of the new interior. So here's where all the hype is. People are excited about the larger screens, and you know, larger screens do make sense in certain cars. Also, you guys see the cup holders are now exposed. My car and earlier had a cover for these. The wall of buttons are gone. But here's the question, where did all those buttons go? And right there is the charger. So now the charger is there, and they gave you a passenger grab handle, which I guess you grab that if you're on the track maybe. And here are these large screens too. So you have a small one even on the side right there. This is a new interior design for 2026 too. This is actually really nice. I do like the contrast of this. And let's see if it shows that screen on this side a little bit better. you have 3 screens now as opposed to just the 2, and this one's larger. Down below, they have some new color schemes too. Sky cool gray and medium ash gray right there. And it has an ultimate suede, and this is actually really nice. I do like this blue for sure. And probably the biggest thing I'm a little bummed by is this color here. This color looks awesome. Now, here is my favorite interior of all time, and this is what I like for any sports car for sure. Right here. This is a driver's car. Most of you guys know what this is, and if you don't know, just look at the steering wheel. But the Acura NSX had, in my opinion, the best interior for a sports car. I do like my screens in my trucks because I like to have multiple things up. I like to see different data. I like to have my navigation here. I like to have my temperatures for my tires over here, and that's all displayed for me. In a sports car, all I need to know is what gear I'm in and how fast I'm going. I don't need a lot of screens. I mean, granted, I'll be honest, I think Ferrari does it the best. They give you just one screen on the driver's side back in the day. Now I think they give you a passenger screen. But this is truly a driver's car. And this is what I like to see for a sports car. Not more screens. I want to see less screens in sports cars. Here's what we're going to talk about next. Tariffs. Most manufacturers have pretty much confirmed what they're going to be doing. Most of the luxury and exotic car brands have pretty much said they're going to raise prices on their more popular models. And on some of them, they're going to hold steady. They're going to absorb the tariffs. Now, obviously, we all know that the reason why GM gave us a brand new nice interior is because they plan on raising the price of this car. That's why I did this video. I'm willing to bet you people who are excited about the Corvette's new interior are going to be the same people who are going to be upset about the increase in price. You know price is going to go up. Now, prices have gone up even without anything being changed. But do you guys think it's going to be 5%? Maybe it's going to be 3%. Or could it be 10% price increase? Just saying, let's take a look at this real quickly. As I said, Ferrari does plan on raising their prices on their more popular models by 10%. I don't see where Lamborghini has responded to the tariffs yet, so I'm not really sure what they're going to be doing. But let me just show this to you here. Subaru is planning to increase prices by $750 to $2,055. Not on all of its models, but on nearly every model. Just about every model, basically what they're saying. $755 to $2,055. Now, most of these cars are just carryovers for next year, and they're getting price increases of this. Now, I know the Corvette's made here in America, but here's what I want you guys to understand. You guys see this right here? I saw this earlier this year. This was written back in January 8th. I was shocked because I did look at Porsche. Now, I wasn't serious about buying a Porsche because I knew I couldn't get a deal on one because I don't have any relationships with those dealers. But regardless of that, if you want to buy a brand new Porsche, let's just be honest here. This car is going to cost you somewhere in the neighborhood of $15,000 more just because. Now, this was before the tariffs, okay? This was before that. So it says here, previously the coupe started at $132,950. And you guys see right here, right now, the car is going to start at $148,395. That is $15,000 more, over 15 grand more, just because. Now, I don't think that GM is going to raise prices like that. I guess Porsche is kind of becoming that more exotic brand, so they're just doing it just because. And remember, that was before the tariffs. So that pricing was pretty much solidified last year. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of how you look at it, those cars could go up even more. And you have to ask yourself the question, what car out there looks like a Corvette Stingray? Like, has that kind of design for that price? How much does a Ford Mustang Dark Horse cost. It costs more than the base model C8s. And I think I'd rather have a C8 Stingray before I got a Mustang Dark Horse personally. And when you think about even the Z06, what car can you get brand new that sounds like that, that looks like that, that does what that car does? Just nothing out there. There's just no car. I mean, and Porsche has just continued to really get away from the Corvette pricing model. I mean, like, they're so much more expensive. So don't be shocked if you see prices for Stingrays base models $3,000 to $5,000 more. Don't be shocked if even the Z06 goes up in price, or even the fact that the ZR1s, you know, granted they did release prices for 2025, but what's it going to be for 2026? We don't know. So these are some things that you should consider. Like I said to you guys, I like that 2005 Acura NSX. That was the perfect interior. It was basic, and I feel like they can go back to those more driver-focused interiors like that without all these screens. In a pickup truck, I don't mind having the split screens because it's nice to have all that information. But in a car like this, people are barely driving these cars 1,000 miles a year, and we're sitting here fighting about interior for a sports car? Silly. And because of that, the price can go up. So hope you guys liked the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section. Do you think the prices are going to go up significantly, or maybe they'll just go up $500?